Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. They will be meeting the new Senior Vice Chancellor here at Troy University. My guest today is Walter Givhan. Thanks for joining me here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me.
And as I mentioned, the new Senior Vice Chancellor here on campus, and a lot of responsibilities for here at Troy University. But for folks here, tell us a little about your history and how you ended up getting here at Troy.
Well, I'm an Alabama country boy, so it's great to be back in Alabama. And what's taken me away from Alabama for 33 years is the Air Force. I was serving as a pilot and officer in the Air Force, but always looking forward to that time I could come back to Alabama. And I was very fortunate that Dr. Hawkins, who has been a friend and mentor over the years, offered me that opportunity recently to come join the Troy team, which is a great pleasure since I'm a Trojan alum through the graduate school with the Master's in International Relations.
And so now you've just recently been nearby, so it wasn't a big move for you to make it to Troy. So,
No.
So you're used to this area, right?
Yes, I know this. Air University, actually, my last assignment in the Air Force, I was vice commander of Air University at Maxwell, which is in charge of all of Air Force higher education, with the exception of the Air Force Academy. So this is a natural transition from the military to the civilian sector, but still doing that higher education mission.
And of course, is there any kind of, I guess, big difference between dealing with the military versus the civilian sector in that respect?
Well, different requirements, obviously, in terms of what we're trying to achieve, and then working within the constraints of a different system. But still, the military, we have accredited institutions of higher education, work with SACs for that accreditation at Air University. So many of the same challenges, many of the same systems apply.
And now, one of the things when you assumed this role from John Schmidt, who had retired recently, there was a change in the title. And one of the changes in the title, Senior Vice Chancellor for Economic Development. And so
Yes.
One of those things, I guess now, greater emphasis for economic development through your position?
Yes, the position changed from advancement, external relations, which included enrollment at that point, to advancement and economic development. I no longer have responsibility for enrollment. So a much more externally oriented focus and a much broader focus. So I'm actually just met with Airbus yesterday, for example, in that role, and we'll be working harder with them about how we can partner with them at their Mobile facility, but with Lockheed Martin, Sikorsky, all of the businesses that we have here locally, to make those partnerships and those opportunities for working together even more definite, more specific, and finding new ways as well. Very exciting work.
And of course, a lot of emphasis, especially in recent years, has been on the economic struggles of the higher education system and the funding and things of that sort. So I would think that being in an economic development position, there could be some potential challenges for you maybe in the coming years.
Right, of course. I think everyone's feeling the pinch in higher education from some of the reduced funding, some of the enrollment challenges that all institutions face these days. But one of the ways that I think that we can recruit and enhance enrollment as well as increase the resources to the university is through that partnership with business and industry. And I'm going to be out there looking for those win-win public-private partnerships where we're both investing, we're both winning as a result of the work that we can do.
Now, let's talk about personal goals for yourself in this position and for where you want your division to go from this point on. Where do you see things going under your leadership?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm just so proud and happy to be a member of a great team here at Troy, a great leadership team, a great team in all respects. One of the things Troy has always been known for is being on the cutting edge, doing things that people haven't done before. The relationship with the military, online education, international engagement in campuses out there. I want to continue that tradition of innovation, quality and innovation. These are hallmarks of Troy, and we need to continue those. At the same time, we need to continue to expand that Trojan circle. So now, as we were just discussing, business and industry, we're already working with them, but let's expand that even even more, enhance the relationship, and let's get out to more people and let them know what we're about, what that Trojan difference is and what the Trojan value is.
And so here's hoping that you'll be able to build some of those relationships and see a little more economic prosperity for the university under your leadership, Peter.
Absolutely.
So, well, I want to thank you for joining me on Trojan Talk and giving me the chance to introduce you to the Trojan community. Thanks for joining me today.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us on this edition of Trojan Talk.